Somewhere out in the country, there's a man
I'm Bobby.
doing good things for good people, getting his ass handed to him in the process.
Any dream is possible. That's what this whole adventure is about.
You see, Bobby's got himself a mantra.
Fight, grind, repeat.
So whether he's in over his head,
Oh my God. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
at the end of his rope,
How you feeling there, Bobby? Oh God.
or up a creek without a paddle,
Bobby!
For the record, we're 4 minutes early. That's right. We've been keeping right on that schedule.
I know. I'm shocked about this. I had to pause my soccer watching for a second.
Listen, they told me you're waiting in the room and like take 10 minutes. And I was like, wait, I'm not taking, like, I know what it's like to be on gym side. Like I'm sitting here waiting to interview people and they put me on hold. I'm like, what's happening? So just know I love you and we're going.
Bobby, the love is mutual. Although I will start out by saying I do have a bone, no pun intended, to pick with you. About a year ago, there was a show I auditioned for about working, traveling the country and meeting people at their craziest jobs. You know, I felt good about that show, auditioning for it. And then come to find out, I didn't hear back. I think I know why right now. It's this man I'm talking to right now, Bobby Bones. I think the network ended up with the right choice instead of going with a blogger. So there we go.
Well, I'm not much more. I'm not probably not any more than what you are. I'm just happy that, we were able to get going. And, to me, it's not so much about the job as it is the people. Whenever I created the show a couple of years ago, it was, how do I focus on people that have had adversity in their life? And I come from a background that's pretty rough. And it was, how do we share their story? And then let's find their job or their skill or their hobby. And one of the hobbies is a guy named Lonnie who got shot in the face with a shotgun, lost his vision completely, and kayaks blind, and speaks to people about not letting adversity hold them back. And to me, the show is about people not letting adversity define who they are. And then, at the end, I'm also trying to figure out how to do what they do. And I do terrible at it for the most part. And I was only injured badly one time. So I'm pretty grateful we get to talk about it.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. I mean, you coming from kind of a similar background I can relate to. What was it like in a sense? We have it easy in a sense. We get to talk to celebrities and entertainers, but what was it like kind of venturing out, seeing real people at it and living real life? And in a sense, being kind of seeing that other aspect of it that, people in the entertainment industry don't often see or take for granted, the regular Joe, that's out on the streets kind of making our life easier.
Well, I don't feel like I'm too removed from it. I mean, I live in Nashville. I don't live in Hollywood or New York. I grew up maintenance on golf courses, working many jobs that made me who I am today, that I get to appreciate what I do. I tour a lot doing stand-up. And so I make a point to go out and spend time with people so I don't kind of lose my place in what it is. I'm grateful to be able to do this and to go to all these states and areas and see, the struggles that people have gone through and how they've fought and how they now have fought for themselves and fought for their families. And, for me, it's not if some rough spots are going to hit, it's when they hit, how do you react? And that's what we get to focus on. And also on this show, it's people not feeling alone, because how I grew up, again, didn't have the greatest upbringing. No dad. My mom died early. She was an addict. Was a poverty food stamp kid. And I was able to climb out of that, but I never felt like anyone related or understood, because whenever we're posting on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, it's always the fun stuff for the most part. And people, if we were posting our struggles, maybe we talk about it. And I'm not saying post our struggles, but we feel alone because nobody else is talking about it. And so this show was to show that, yeah, everybody goes through something and there's a way to get to the other side. And hopefully people see this and they're entertained a little bit. I mean, trying things, but mostly they're motivated and inspired by the people, the good Americans, hardworking folks that have sacrificed a lot to get to where they are.
How does this, in a sense, this experience changed you as a person? Is there anything you took away from it that you'll be different now going forward that you maybe weren't? Even though you had a heck of a story yourself, but anything during this experience and journey that really hit you?
I think anytime you get to add perspective to your tool belt,
Yep.
You value things more. And for me, just so much perspective was added because everybody's got a story. You got a story. I got a story. Everybody has a path to where they are now. And for me to learn about, how a farmer in Virginia, and he is a fourth generation, like his great grandfather was the first emancipated slave to buy land, and that land has stayed in the family, and how the struggle it's been. And for me to be able to go and learn that story, and listen, I was terrible at farming, and I get to drive some crazy stuff on this episode that we do in Virginia. But my biggest asset, the thing I took from it wasn't that I got to drive some crazy combine and move corn. It was, dang, I didn't know that. Like I kept saying that over and over again. Dang, I didn't know that. This is so good for me to hear. So maybe I can add perspective to somebody else's life. Like that to me is what I got out of the show.
I think it's fantastic from what I've seen so far. I think you relate really nicely to these people, and you see a real person, not a celebrity in a sense, taking us on this journey. So heck of a job. Keep your bones intact, because I know some of these things could get dangerous at some point. But awesome to see you do this, and I'm proud that you're bringing this to life.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you, bud. Good to see you.
Hey.